Hi guys, welcome to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Jennifer Ngumalo. I do hope that you join us by actually clicking that red subscribe button on the bottom. That is if you like the content that I serve on this channel. So today we're going to be talking about the things that they don't tell us when it comes to paying off debt. So here's the thing. It's good to pay off debt. It's freeing to pay off debt. It gives you so much freedom of your time and money whenever you pay off debt. However, there are other parts that come with it that are not so desirable. However, we pull through it, we get through it, because if the goal is that strong that you want to get off debt, then you keep pushing, And also, I'm not making this video to discourage you from actually paying off your debt, because paying off your debts is very important. As I've said, it allows you freedom, so much freedom when it comes to your finances, and also freedom of your time. And so it is always important to pay off debt. It is also rewarding, but the rewards, normally you see them later on in your life. You don't normally see them instantly when you finish paying off your debt. But however, as you go on in your life, the less debts that you have, the more rewards you're going to feel when it comes to your life. And so I'm not going to discourage anyone to pay off debt, because I am doing that myself. I am on that journey myself, and it is a good journey. However, it does come with challenges. And today I want to share some of those challenges and some of the tips when it comes to actually the things that come with paying off debt. The first one is that paying off debt is painful. They may have never told you this, or you have never experienced this if you have never paid off any debt. It is painful paying debt. Let's say, for instance, you had borrowed money, you took out a personal loan, you used this money, you finished it, or you took out a credit card, used this money and finished it. Paying off that money is not easy at all, especially because you have used it. And especially, it's even harder when you used it on things that are not tangible, things that you cannot see. It's even harder because now you are paying off something that you don't even see, So it's better when you took out the loan, you wanted to build, you wanted to fix something, you wanted to buy maybe wanted to buy nice furniture. It's better because you see it, but it still doesn't take away from the fact that it is painful. And the reason why it's painful is because you are now taking your own money and servicing this debt. It's unlike when you were getting that money, Now you are taking from your pocket and you are servicing this debt. It becomes even more painful when you decide that you're going to pay extra into that debt. So besides the minimum amount that you pay every month, you decide that you're going to put in just a little bit extra so that you can push it even faster. It becomes even more painful to actually pay off debt that way, because it's more money coming out of your pocket and paying it off. Now, I remember when I paid off my first debt, which was my personal loan. Though I shared the video about that. I'm actually going to link it down below. When I was paying off that debt, I went to the bank. I was paying a minimum of 2,300 for first few years. And then when I got a promotion, I actually went and increased my minimum payment to 4,000. So it's like double of what I was paying now. And that was taken from my pocket, It was not nice to taking that decision. It was painful. And then I started paying for that. And then last year? Yeah, last year, when I was more intentional now of getting off this debt, because it was just an annoyance, I actually took a large sum of the money that government had saved for me when it comes to buying my house, and this money I was supposed to use renovating this house. I took a chunk of that money and poured into that debt. And then the following month, I bonused. I took a chunk of that and paid into my debt. So it was not a nice process. Yes, I wanted to pay off debt. Yes, it feels nice to say I've paid off this debt. I did a video of me paying off my credit card and then cutting it. It looks nice, but the fact is it's painful. It is painful as a person who had to actually endure that, who actually had to take money out of your pocket that you could have used to actually do things for yourself, go out on holiday, buy nice furniture, renovate your house. It is painful because all of that money didn't go towards those things that were going to spark so much joy in your life, but instead they went to service this debt. It's painful. However, it's still rewarding. It's still rewarding knowing that one debt is down, second debt is down, and the lesser the debt goes, the freer you feel. The second thing is that it is a lonely journey. So here's the thing. It's easy for us to come together when we say, let's say, for instance, we want to save. And then maybe we create stokvels, and it becomes this little community of women and men together with the same vision, which is to save, or with the same goal, which is to save. However, when it comes to paying off debt, there isn't such communities, there isn't such groups. Normally, when someone decides that they want to pay off debt, it's normally a decision that they make alone. And what makes it even harder or makes it even lonelier is that people don't like to talk about their financial struggles. People don't like to talk about how much debt they have and how they're struggling with their debt. People will rather hide in their corners and actually preserve all of that information to themselves because they don't want to feel shame, they don't want to feel judged, and they don't want to put their business out there like that. For me, I like to share those things. I like to talk about those things because you start realizing that you're not alone. It will feel lonely because you're not going to have that support system. You're not going to have that community. However, try and find someone in your family, maybe your sister, your brother, your friend, your colleague, your partner, someone that can help, not even help, someone that can cheer you up, someone that can be your cheerleader. Because if you're alone, you're literally the one paying off debt and still the one who's cheerleading. So it's nice to know that there's someone who is there clapping hands, saying you are doing well, keep going, you can do this. It's nice to have that person. If you can find a friend, or if you have a friend who is determined like you to pay off debt, that's even better, because you can go on this journey with someone. But most of the time it is a lonely journey because people don't want to own up to their financial issues or to their financial burdens because they feel shame. So it will feel lonely. The moment you start saying you want to start paying off your debt, it will feel lonely. But please keep going. The third thing is that it will start feeling like you're not doing enough. So here's the thing. Banks are out here to make money off us, and they do a very good job when it comes to that. And so you find that you are paying off this debt, but then the interest just keeps hoying. It keeps hoying every month. And the more that you pay into it, sometimes, especially when you're starting off, like you're trying to build momentum, the more that you're paying into it, you're putting that extra money, it doesn't go down as fast as you would like it. But it doesn't mean that you should stop. Keep going, because how interest works is that the more money that you owe that institution, the higher the interest that you pay in that amount. So the more that you are paying, the more that you are decreasing that principal amount that you're owing. And the lesser that it is, the less interest that will be charged in that amount. So please keep going. Do not give up. Keep pushing. Even when you feel like you're not doing enough, just keep pushing. Keep adding that extra amount if you can. And in the previous video, one of the videos that I shared talking about paying off credit card fast, to avoid feeling like you're not doing enough when it comes to your credit card, rather save it aside or invest it aside. And once you have that large sum of money, then put it in there. In a personal loan, it will be different, because here's the thing, a personal loan has that principal, and the more that you attack that principal, the less it is, and that means that the less interest that will be charged in that principal. So it doesn't make sense to save money aside to tackle a personal loan or to tackle something like a bond or things like that. It's better that you just put extra directly. But when it comes to credit card, you can actually save it on the side, so it will feel like you're not doing enough, but just keep going. Don't give up. And the last thing that I want to talk about, this is more so of like a tip, is that if you decide that you want to pay off debt and you want to go into this journey, please do not give up so much of the things that spark joy in your life. Do not compromise so much of yourself in the process, because when you do that, you're not going to enjoy the journey. On its own, it's not enjoyable to pay off debt. But when you take away things that spark joy in your life, then it's going to be even harder. So let's say, for instance, you're a person that really appreciates going and doing your nails and your pedi. You enjoy that process and you find it therapeutic. You enjoy doing your hair. You enjoy going out with your friends. You enjoy going on holidays. Do not give up those things. However, it will ask you to compromise certain things. So you may put aside going on holidays for like a year or 2 years. You may decrease the amount of time that you go out, and you also may decrease the amount of time that you go to get your nails and your hair done. But still, don't cancel it all at once and say, I'm no longer going to do my nails, I'm no longer going to do my hair. If those were things that bug joy in your life, things that things that you can't compromise on. At least you rather minimize, but then still have them there in your life, so that they kind of help you, that even though you're doing this, you don't feel like it's a chore. It doesn't feel like it doesn't feel so hard, and it doesn't feel so hard that it doesn't come with rewards for you, because you will get to that stage where you have paid off that debt, you've paid off this credit card, you've paid off this loan, but then you feel miserable because you're just like, what was the point, you know? So please do not give up so much of yourself in an attempt to pay off debt fast. Rather, minimize things. There are certain things that you can put on pause, like holidays. So much money that you can save by actually not going on holidays and just channeling that money towards your debt for like a year or 2 years. Then after that, you can go on as many holidays as you want, but do not sacrifice so much of yourself in the process. So those are the 4 things that I wanted to talk about when it comes to the things that they don't tell us about paying off debt. Because even though as much as paying off debt is rewarding in the future, gives us freedom of our time, gives us freedom of our money, it's still not an enjoyable process. It comes with challenges along the way, and you can easily give up if your goal is not strong enough and if you are not focused on why you are doing this. You can't say you're paying off debt just because you see other people doing it. You need to understand, why are you doing it for yourself? What does it mean for you to no longer have this particular debt? What does it mean for you to have freedom of time, freedom of your finances? You need to understand that for yourself, because those are the things that will keep you going when such things come, when it becomes so painful to pay off to add this extra amount, when it becomes discouraging, when you feel like you're not doing enough, when it becomes a lonely journey. All these things that you have put together as to why you want to pay off this debt, those are the things that will keep you going. With that being said, I hope you guys found value on this video. If you are not subscribers yet, please click that red subscribe button on the bottom. That is if you like my content. Also, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. This is a short video. I just wanted to just hit those points and talk about these things. Until I see you on the next one, please take care and stay safe. Bye.